Welcome to Sports Guy Talking. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about the Warriors losing Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals to the Mavericks by 10 points. The Mavericks were up by 29 points at the beginning of the fourth quarter, but the Warriors made it interesting late. The Warriors role players were impressive in this valiant attempt of a comeback. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So, here it is. What is your confidence level with this Warriors team of winning the championship this season? And by the way, I'm making this scale from a 1 to a 10, with 1 being the least confident, 10 being the most confident. And I think the answer to this question is relatively pretty simple. It's at a freaking 10. All right, you guys understand me? 10 out of 10. I'm really confident that the Golden State Warriors are going to go ahead and win this championship. Look, I picked the Golden State Warriors to win the title before the season started. I picked the Warriors to win the title before the NBA playoffs start. Now they're 1 game away from going back to the NBA Finals for the 6th time in the last 8 years. Okay, and whoever they're going to play in the finals, I think they're going to go ahead and win it. But before I go ahead and analyze the area, I want to talk about the Warriors and Mavericks series. All right, so you look at the Golden State Warriors. They start out with a 3-0 lead. Now they end up losing Game 4. Now look, let's just be honest. The Warriors starters, they were just not in it for reasons other than basketball. You know, with the shootings that happened in Texas and everything like that. RIP to those people. Whatever your stance is on gun control, whatever it is, I'm not going to dive too much into that. I'm a sports talker, not a politician talker. But whatever your stance was on that, it was clear that the Golden State Warriors were not focused on that, and they were focused on things outside of basketball, which is understandable because they've been outspoken when it comes to social issues, as they have shown in previous seasons. And it's not really a surprise that the Warriors are going the route that they are in terms of taking the initiative with their social justice, which, you know what, is fine, and I think we need to respect that. Anyways, though, now that I get that out of the way, let's go back to talking about basketball. What did I see in Game 4 last night? I saw a bright future for this Golden State Warriors team. I saw Moody and Jonathan Kuminga ball out. Now, look, those were 2 prospects that I was super hyped about for the Golden State Warriors coming out of the draft. Even before the draft, I was saying Jonathan Kuminga, if he lands on a really good team, he's going to be a high-impact player right away. And that's exactly what he's been for the Golden State Warriors. When I look at Jonathan Kuminga, he reminds me of Sean Marion. He's basically a player back in the 2000s, high impact wing player. And if you guys don't really know who that is and or want to compare him to a modern day player, I'm going to call him a bigger version of Jaylen Brown, because this guy can just get it done on both sides of the floor. He has so much versatility in this game. I was really impressed with what I saw from Jonathan Kuminga. All right, last night he showed out. He played well. He played 22 minutes. He shot 5 of 11 from the field, made 1 out of 3 3-point attempts. That's what I'm trying to say. He went 1 of 3. He had a plus-minus rating of +9. He grabbed 8 boards, scored 17 points. If you ask me, that's pretty freaking awesome for a 19-year-old kid. The only 19-year-old kid to basically play in major playoff minutes that's like not in the first round before this series started was Kobe Bryant. And Kobe Bryant, he went on to become one of the greatest players in the game of basketball. Now, I'm not saying that Jonathan Kuminga and Moody are going to become great players, but they've shown that they can be really high-quality players and that they could indeed take the throne from Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, you know, once they start aging out a little bit more. Now, of course, those guys are going to age out pretty well because those guys, they're not athletic first players. They rely on just shooting the basketball and sharing the ball and playing team basketball. All right, but yeah, that's basically my point. I want to rave about Jonathan Kuminga. Then I want to go ahead and rave about Moses Moody, because my guy Moses Moody, coming out of the draft, I was saying that this guy was Joe Johnson-like, and with what he showed last night, yeah, he certainly played like Joe Johnson. 23 minutes, he shot 4 of 7 shots. All right, he made 2 out of 3 threes. That's pretty good. Grabbed 2 boards, and he got 2 steals as well. So I got to give him credit where credit's due. Yeah, plus-minus rating of +4, which is pretty good for a rookie in the Western Conference Finals, and he scored 10 points. So the Warriors, they were able to get 27 points from their first-round lottery picks in their rookie year in the Western Conference Finals. So if you ask me, that's pretty darn great, because from what I see, most 19-year-olds don't be doing that at this stage. All right, so what I saw Golden State Warriors, they showed a bright future. And even though the Dallas Mavericks won Game 4, it still didn't really feel like the Mavericks really won this game, because the Mavericks, they were leading by 29 points heading into the fourth quarter. And the Warriors, they basically trimmed the lead all the way down to 8 points with 3:22 before the Mavericks, they ended up having to play their starters and everything like that. They were already playing Doncic in the middle of the fourth quarter. The point is the Mavericks, they didn't get a quarter of rest. And the fact that the Warriors bench was showing up on the Mavs starting unit, man, it just really tells me that the Mavs have no chance of even really being competitive in Game 5. The Warriors, they're going to go ahead and win Game 5 in the blowout. I'm just going to go ahead and spoil it for all you Golden State Warriors. They're going to win in front of their fans in Chase Center. Remember, Golden State Warriors have never won a Western Conference Finals at Chase Center. This is their third season at Chase Center. So being able to do it in front of the fans, I think that's what the Golden State Warriors wanted to do. And it seems like every single series they've been a part of, they end their series at home. You look at the Nuggets in round 1, they ended their series at home because they were up 3-0, then they lose Game 4, then they go ahead and win Game 5. That's exactly what happened. Then you look at the Grizzlies game. The Warriors, they were up 3-1. Then they decided to lose Game 5 at Memphis by 39 points. They were down by 55 at one point before they went on and win Game 6 at Golden State. And now Golden State's doing the same thing again because they were up 3-0 on the Mavericks and they just didn't show up in Game 4. Like I said, they were not focused on the game of basketball for obvious reasons. Now they're going to go ahead and go back to the fans for Game 5, and I think they're going to go ahead and win it. They're going to show the fans the appreciation that they have greatly shown for this dynasty that the Warriors are on. So just to spoil it out of the way, yeah, I'm like not even worried. Yeah, the Warriors, they're going to win the Western Conference Finals. It's only a matter of when, which I think is going to be Game 5, Thursday night. That's when they're going to claim that throne of winning the Western Conference Finals, and they're going to be going back to the NBA Finals for the 6th time in the last 8 years. So that's certainly my stance, and as for the Finals, why am I so confident that the Golden State Warriors are going to win the Finals? Well, here's a few reasons why. Look, before the NBA playoffs started, I said that it was going to be Heat Warriors for the NBA Finals and that the Warriors would win the series in 6. And from what I've seen with the Miami Heat, they look like they could certainly beat the Boston Celtics because, you know, the way the series has been going, who knows what's going to happen. All right, and let's say if the Heat somehow get to the NBA Finals. If they get to the NBA Finals against the Golden State Warriors, they're not going to beat this Golden State Warriors team. This Golden State Warriors team is deeper. They got a lot of veteran experience. They got a lot of young energy, and they got just more star power. They got a better coach in Steve Kerr than Eric Spoelstra. Now, Eric Spoelstra for the Miami Heat, he's a great basketball coach, but Steve Kerr, he's even better than Eric Spoelstra. It's really that simple. So when you look at it from that perspective, this Golden State Warriors team, they're probably going to blow the Miami Heat off the floor. Let's just be completely objective about it. Now, I'm going to pick Warriors in 6 as of right now. I could change that pick. But if they play against the Heat, I think that the Warriors could win the series in 6. And if they play the Boston Celtics in the finals, I'm also going to roll with that. I know somebody's going to say, oh, what about Jason Tatum? Jason Tatum, he's the best player on the planet. How the Golden State Warriors, they're going to stop Jason Tatum? How are they going to stop Robert Williams? You know, a starting center for the Boston Celtics. How are they going to stop Jaylen Brown? And I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter if they can stop those guys. They just need to stop the role players because right now Boston's role players are going off. Marcus Smart has decided to look like an all-star this postseason. That's not going to continue on. Grant Williams has decided to start looking like the 6th man of the year kind of player. That's not going to happen against this Golden State Warriors team. And Boston, they got a first-year head coach in Ime Udoka. Now, look, I like the guy. He's an underrated head coach. He ain't a better head coach than Steve Kerr, though. So the way I'm looking at this, with the way how the Celtics and Heat are beating each other up, while the Warriors win the series in 5 games, they're going to get a week's worth of rest in the finals, while the Heat and Celtics, they battle it out. They go to 7 games. And right now, I'm saying that the Heat is going to win the series in 7 games. But if the Celtics win 7, I would not be any bit surprised. But either way, though, I think the series is going to go to 7 games for sure. And if that series goes to 7 games, that means the winner of Game 7 is going to have less rest for the finals than the Golden State Warriors. Either way, though, Golden State is basically covered. No matter what's going to happen, Golden State is just in the chill position where they can just win Game 5 with no pressure, and then they can relax a week before the NBA Finals start, and then whoever they play against in the finals is going to have less rest time and will also have the worst roster as well. So the way I'm looking at it, Golden State Warriors, they basically have the chips stacked in their favor to win the championship. So the way I'm seeing this, I'm really confident that the Golden State Warriors are going to win the NBA Finals. And despite the fact that they lost Game 4, I even feel more confident in the Golden State Warriors win the NBA Finals because I saw their bench players play well. I saw their rookies play well. If those guys can step it up, then that means the Warriors stars are going to be lethal come finals time because that's the way I'm seeing it. I'm feeling really confident with that. So that is why the Warriors are going to win the championship this season, no matter who they play in the NBA Finals, as they will also beat the Mavericks in 5 games for the Western Conference Finals series. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in a future video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Dustin Tran and at Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter at Dustin Tran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.